Hi, my name is Jill and you are at Road Culture for Life. I just wanted to check in, do an update from my last Betrayed video, give you a little bit of window into that, but not a complete one. But before we do that and do what's next, we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to see you on the other side. So first off, I wanted to say thank you. Some of you had sent emails of concern about was everything okay. I am fine. Just so you know, I don't disclose everything about my personal life, and I certainly don't disclose things about any kind of planning that I have that's going to be actually taking place. I have a tendency to maybe share things after the fact, but I don't like to share things ahead of time. It's just not safe to do that. I still believe, even though I'm in a public forum, I need to maintain some level of privacy, whatever that is in today's world. So I can never tell you everything that's going on. So as much as I appreciate you guys trying to be supportive of a lot of this process, I don't tell you everything because I can't. But with that said, I will tell you what I was referring to was about 4 years now of planning and preparing and working on certain things that the rug just got yanked out from underneath me on. And so it was a little shocking. I thought there was a deep level of trust there, and that was pretty shocking, but better now than later. And so I think, in my regrouping period, it's also been a really interesting week in terms of now trying to make some new decisions. What's going on out in the world, I think, is really ramping up. And so, and I've also been thinking a lot about, how do I talk about all this stuff? Because the words that I've been using aren't even really the accurate reflection. I don't think nomad is the right word. I know RV community is not the right word. I know tribe isn't the right word. But there's no, part of the problem with YouTube is you have to have keywords to sort of group around. And so you tend to use these keywords in order to, gain any kind of traction, which never works for me anyway, so what do I care? But the point being is, in really thinking about what I'm trying to communicate is it's really a state of readiness. And it's a state of readiness for two things. And that is, one, the ability to walk away, whether it's with your stuff or without your stuff. The second is the ability to welcome in. And I really see this, you've heard me talk about sort of the road rural culture partnership. And I see it evolving in a way that we don't really utilize it, or we're just sort of starting to, and not even how it was used in the past. There's always in the past been a lot of resentment about people who are mobile and people who are settled or stationary. There's a lot of conflict oftentimes between those relationships, but I sort of see this necessary unity forming separate from the urban city communities. But that's my real focus, is on the road and the rural culture and how we create partnership there, and how we move into a more agile, comfortable relationship with moving in and moving out of each other's lives. Because I really feel like there's going to be this next year, I really feel like it's going to be the beginning of some pretty tremendous changes. And in all our fear and anxiety, we try to control the events and the outcomes. And, one of the things I keep trying to communicate is you can't control the outcomes. You can just get a better state of readiness. And that's really my goal, isn't to tell you to be a nomad. It's not even to tell you how to live as a nomad or to live in an RV. I've done some of those videos, but I do think if I was to do one thing here, it's really to focus on what it means to have a state of readiness, to be that agile that you could pick up and leave, and that creative that you can put new systems in place. So it's the ability to walk away, and it's the ability to welcome in. And that has a trust factor. And when that trust is broken, that really changes the dynamics. And as many of you, told some of your stories, you can choose to shut down, or you can choose to adapt and move on. And I will tell you, for my own personal response to what happened is not anger or pain or suffering or any of those things. I just put betrayed in the title because it was an eye catcher, and it was the literal definition of what happened. But for my perspective, it's just something changed, and now I need to adapt to a new reality. It's not a right or wrong thing, and nobody did anything wrong. And in the end, I think it will be for the best. And so I do believe that a state of readiness for whatever is coming in whatever way, shape, and form is the most powerful thing we can do. Not to solve a problem, but to be as competent and as productive and capable to take on whatever comes at us. And I think that's the language I need to start shifting to. So I'm having some shifting language going on in my own thinking and processes here. But I just wanted to stop in. It's been a week. I'm going to probably at the most be doing 2 videos a week here on this channel because, as I keep saying, me and YouTube are not best friends. This is not my platform. I haven't figured out where it is, but it is not YouTube. But I like the videos. I like to say hi. Helps me process and think about things as I go here. So we'll keep doing 1 or 2 a week. And for that, I will say thank you for watching. We're going to take one old big deep breath. Lots of links below. The real work is happening over at 18 Crossroad if you want a real state of readiness. And with that, we'll see you next time.